Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here on Forza Horizon 2 with another silly car build. My vehicle today is the Ferrari 250 GT. There's a sort of a race going on over there. This is one of the barn find cars. It's a very, very pretty Ferrari that I'm now going to put a very big engine in and try and drive it around the track and see how quickly. Ooh, we don't have a huge amount of brakes. Hopefully that will be improved quite significantly. Oh God, that wasn't reassuring.
Hey there.
Okay,
What's up?
to the upgrade shop now. I believe the engine that we can use is, yes it is, it's the very big engine. The most powerful engine that you can normally swap into cars. It is the V12 from, I believe, a Ferrari Enzo. Which means there is going to be lots and lots and lots of power in a car that wasn't really designed for lots and lots and lots of power, which is always good fun. Now, classic cars have been interesting when it comes to the silly car bits. Oh, please have nice things for this that don't look too ridiculous. It's got a little bit of a beard going on again. Yeah, that's fine. Rear wing, please don't be terrible on this car. Yeah, it's the normal thing on the classic cars. You don't get the ludicrous wings on the classic cars. You tend to get just these little kind of... I don't know. I'm not sure quite how aerodynamics of that work. But sure. We're going to need the grip. We're going to be doing crazy things with this. And we can choose to remove... Sure, we'll save a little bit of weight. Excellent. Okay, we don't have silly wings for this car. Yeah, classic cars are an interesting one. Sometimes they can be very, very quick. Jaguar E-Type, for example, went phenomenally fast on Forza 5. Maserati Birdcage, that didn't go very fast. That was a nightmare to drive. Now, I think it's partly going to come down to the tyres, what size tyres we can get on this. If we can have... they're not as big as I would like. Please have some... that's about the same as the Audi. And the Audi wasn't very good. Okay, I'm now starting to worry a little bit about this Ferrari. Sometimes, yeah, classic cars with the big engines, at least on Forza 5, could be very, very good to drive. But some of them don't work out quite so well. They could... I think it's down to the size of the tyres. I think that's what it was. Having very, very... Like the Mercury Coupe I had, the very first silly car build I had on here. That Mercury was actually not too bad to drive, despite everything about it saying that it should be terrible and that it should never work. The Mercury Coupe should never be as good as it was with all of that power. But it wasn't too bad, and that had humongous tyres. I fear that a car like this, with fairly small tyres and what's going to turn out to be very light, I would think, by the time that I'm done with that, could be quite problematic. I don't know, though. Please be good car. Please be good car. We're going to want a roll cage. We're going to want... How light are we going to get? It's pretty light. It's one of the lighter cars. Okay, it's not quite as light as the Donkervort, but that's kind of a purpose-built track car. And this is not purpose-built. It's not designed for the amount of power we're suddenly going to chuck in the car. Also, slightly concerned about the PI. Please stay in S2 class. Okay, now we're only adding on little bits of PI. That's not actually reassuring, adding on 1 PI when you add on quite a lot of power. Tends to suggest that this car is probably not going to be very good handling. If adding in this power is not really changing anything, would suggest to me that this is going to be quite... adding 85 horse... Slightly concerned about this car being quite scary. In fact, I'm quite concerned about this car being quite scary. I suspect it won't be very nice. Never mind, we will just stick in all of the power. We're going to have quite a lot more power than this car was ever designed to deal with, which is always interesting. Okay, we're going to be within the class because the engine parts made bugger all difference, which suggests this car is going to run out of grip before it runs out of power, which will mean it'll be a nightmare. Okay, well, that's the Ferrari with an awful lot of power in it. Yeah, the PI not changing very much. Not sure. I'm not so sure. Just out of curiosity, what would doing? That would put it up into X class. Okay, yeah. Again, that would that would tell me we're not going to have much grip. Okay, I'm not so confident about the Ferrari now. I don't think we're going to have something particularly nice. We will try and keep it on the track. I fear this could be worse than the Audi. However, we're going to test it at my usual testing ground. It is at the Sisteron Citadel circuit. That's a lot of S's, where I have 6 laps to try and beat a time set by a Noble M600. The Noble, completely stock, and within 6 laps, did a 56.414. and I am now going to try and go faster with my Ferrari. The fastest time overall was by the Lamborghini Urus. It's like a 54.1, which is, I know it's strange. I wasn't expecting that to go quickest either. I don't think we're going to be challenging the Urus. We'll be struggling to challenge the Noble, I should think. PI-wise, this car is actually fairly similar to the Noble. In PI, in case you were new to Horizon, Games rating system, or Forza series I should say, Games rating system rates these cars as fairly similar. However, I'm suspecting I will be struggling with the handling on this car. It'll have far more acceleration and more top speed, and we seem to have really short gear ratios. It's not a bad thing necessarily for this particular track. Ooh, okay. Okay, we're not as bad as the Audi. I will say that. Audi was a very weird car. It felt as if it had got sort of messed up sort of toe angles on the vehicle when it didn't at all. This isn't quite like that. Not so keen on the stopping front. Come on now. Come on, Ferrari. If we could stop spinning the wheels up, that would be quite nice. And then out of here. That's not mad grip through the... Can we use any power without spinning the wheels? I'm having a sneaking suspicion no. We have got quite nice grip through the hairpins. And then we've got the big nasty bump coming up. Here we go. How do we... Oh no, we're going to miss it completely because we didn't get that corner right. Ooh, we are quite slidey. We don't really have... Where on earth are we going? We want to go over there. Ooh, don't go into the wall. We're in a very expensive Ferrari. Dodge all of the things. Dodge all of the things. Ooh, no, we didn't dodge the things. I think we took out a bus stop and another sign. Sorry, people of Sisteron, I'm making a mess of stuff. And sideways up the hill is per normal. Has any car gone up there? I think the Urus may have gone up there. Not sideways, or not too sideways anyway. Okay. It's very over. There is a complete and utter lack of rear grip and complete and utter lack of traction. It's not as bad as the Audi. It is a little bit twitchy. It could have been a lot worse. You know, I was expecting this to be a little bit like the Maserati birdcage from Forza 5 that was just horrendously sideways and wheel spinny. This isn't quite that bad. You've got to be very careful, in fact, on the throttle. How do we do if we clatter the bump? We're sideways and on two wheels as we clatter the bump, which is, well, to be expected. Ooh, not taking that corner particularly well. And yeah, the interesting thing about driving on this game is you deal with a lot sort of rougher terrain. Of course, on Forza 5, everything is all fairly smooth racetracks. Whereas here you've got curbs to worry about, you've got hills and quite sort of steep hills and bumps and things that you don't normally have to worry about with one of these. That crest is still very nasty. We've definitely got very short gears in this car. Okay, that's odd. They'll have to be sorted out for a speed run. But this track is such a short, I can't say short circuit. That's really annoying. My brain is failing on English while I'm trying to fight this Ferrari. And get stopped and turn. Yeah, we've got quite nice grip through there, actually. I quite like the handling of this car if it ever stopped wheel spinning. It would be quite a nice vehicle to drive. Ooh, careful across the bump. Now, we're going to go for a quick lap on this one if we can. A few cars have had a problem with the first corner. I can't decide what it is that they seem to end up struggling with. We're not going to try and bother taking too much of a shortcut there. I'm fighting it a little bit too much. Careful does it through here. Now, can we be neat? Look at that. We're only a little bit sideways up there. We're still kind of sideways. A little bit sideways up the hill, though. Whoa, that's not a good place. Don't play in the trees. We're only 126 miles an hour into this corner, which is not as fast as some. We've had about 140, 145. I think we just lose so much time through through the wheel spin. Ooh, and then get around that corner. Try and fire it out the other side, but it doesn't really do firing. No. And then if we get a little too carried away, the back end kind of goes wiggly, and when we have a bit of problem controlling it, we can't really fire it out of the hairpins very well. You're losing a lot of time, having to wait and wait and wait to put any power down. And we are the 57.2. It's not terrible, actually. It's not too bad at all. We may... Oh, God, that was scary. The back end came out at just the wrong point. Whoa, we're still taking out the... Stop! Don't bother replacing the lampposts until I'm done, God damn it. I'm only going to knock them over again. Can we get up the hill without... Nope. It is impossible to get up that hill without at least spinning the wheels up in one of these cars, or without going quite spectacularly sideways. Okay, we're only going to have one more lap after this one to try and beat that 56.4. I think it might just about be possible, you know, if I can keep it all together. It's... He loses so much time just sitting there waiting to put the power down. The BMW M1 was lovely. You could get out the corner and boot it and it would just go. And this is just spinning of wheels. Lots and lots and lots of spinning of wheels. Okay. Final lap. Final lap for this car to go quicker than the Noble. We're still sliding absolutely everywhere. We've got to kind of play it risky so we can be quick through this section. I just don't have the rear end grip in this car to really push it around here. It is a bit better than I thought it might end up. It's not quite as horrifically twitchy. Oh, we're going to go in a tree. Arse. God damn it. It's not quite as horrifically twitchy as it could have been, but it is certainly one of the harder cars I've had to drive, this one. No rear grip at all. I mean, this is a hell of a lot of power. But when we had this much power in the BMW M1, I think that's the car I've used this engine with. I'm not sure. Oh, and I used it in the Urus as well. The Urus I'm not going to really count because that's a bit strange. But certainly in the M1, I had an awful lot of grip coming out of the corners. This you could do with some bigger tyres. Could really do with some bigger tyres. I mean, also to be fair to it, it is on a much older chassis. It did, for the age of the car, it did quite well. It's kind of difficult to drive though. There is absolutely none of the rear end grip. If it had some bigger tyres on the back, I think this could actually be quite fast. I really do. As it is though, it's just too slidey, and you really can't put the power down very well out of the corners. Okay, now time to find how quick it goes in a straight line. I reckon we will probably get sort of 240 miles an hour out of it. That's what I'm going to go with, yes. I will have some monies, thank you very much. Are we going to level up? Oh, we are going to level up. Excellent. Can we get anything interesting out of the wheel? Probably not, knowing my luck. Whenever I'm filming, nothing interesting comes out of the wheel spin, apart from the very first video I did on here where I got some Mercedes AMG black thing. What was it? I've forgotten. Apart from that, nothing interesting ever comes when I'm filming, and then when I'm not filming, I get some interesting cars. Yeah, speed run wise, I'm thinking 240. I think we've got plenty of power. We're quite an aerodynamical car, but it's not the ultimate sort of supercar shape. It's pretty good though. Yeah, 240 sounds about right. Come on, wheel spin. Let's have something interesting, please. I'd rather have a car over money. I mean that's okay. Thank you. I'll take a Hummer. Just what I always wanted. I don't think I had a Hummer actually. So cool. Thank you very much, game. I will have that one.
Congrats. You just bagged our top cash prize.
Hummer worth a lot of money apparently. Right. To the motorway to scare the people of France and Italy as we try and go very quickly in an old Ferrari. Oopsie, I keep doing that. Fast travel. Yes, we want to get there quickly. I can't be bothered to drive all the way over there. Take off the aero on the car could make some problems. Just worrying about changing direction on the motorway to dodge the traffic. Could have a couple of small issues in the no rear end grip. We may go sideways at like 230 miles an hour. Oh, please don't do that, Ferrari. Don't even think about it. We're pointing the wrong way as well. Cars, here we go. This is where we want to go. Tune the car. Then we want to go aero. All as a way to speed, and then we'll have to lengthen the gears because I'm pretty sure that they are too short for this. What does it reckon that we are doing top speed wise? 208 at the moment. I wonder why it has this car at such short gear ratios as standard. Normally it's pretty good. We are at 246. Well, maybe we can get the 250 mile an hour mark out of it. That'd be quite impressive. 248. Any more? 250 miles an hour in one of these cars. They were not designed. We may get 250 going downhill. I'll just extend the gears a little bit so that if we do end up going downhill, we're not just bouncing in the limiter. Oops, that may have been a little bit there. We'll keep it around there. As once we do start going downhill, I don't want it in the limiter. We will try and get as much speed as possible. Yeah, oops, I pressed the wrong button. Go away. Yeah, this car was not designed to do 250 miles an hour. Admittedly, we have got all uses. Why are you trying to kill me, Camaro? You're an orange Camaro as well. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? God damn it! Okay, let's get going. Let's not. Can you AI? I'm trying to do something crazy here. Please behave yourselves and let me do the crazy things. I don't need you doing the crazy things. Okay, we're good. Right, let's go for a speed run. There's a barrier there that I didn't see till the last second. We're okay. I've not nearly crashed a very expensive car at a silly high speed. We're fine. Nothing bad can happen. Nothing bad can happen unless the AI try to change lanes. And we have no grip, and it's quite bumpy. The downside of using the Citadel circuit that I do is it is a very short circuit. You very rarely get above 140 miles an hour. Whereas on here, we're now suddenly testing the cars at sort of 220 miles an hour around corners, which makes things kind of scary. Okay, we're fine. Dodge the everythings. Just please don't have any sudden movements, because I don't trust this car anyway at all. That was a little bit better through there. What happened? Well, I think we're in the air again. Hello, Volkswagen. This car does strange things over bumps. It's kind of slightly floaty, levitaty. Have we got a hover car by accident? Is that what's going on? Have I built an awesome Ferrari hover car? Please don't mess around. I need all of concentration and all of the space to not crash into anything. And then, yeah, if this had more rear end grip, it would be quite a nice car to drive, I think. It's just that lack of rear end grip is slightly scary, especially at these high speeds. And I don't know what it's doing over the bumps, but it's not fun. It's really not. Whee! Big sideways moment at 180. Yeah, it's very strange when you hit one of those bumps quite heavily. It's almost like the corner at Le Mans in some of the weirder cars I've driven, where the front is sort of lifting up, but not really. Like, it's actually lifting up, but you don't really notice it that much from inside the cabin, if that makes sense. It's that there's not like a huge visual cue to it, just the steering goes a bit funny. Let's go a little bit slow around there. I can't really take the corners in this car. Right, now we should be good for the run down the... No, get back under control. Splimmin' thing. Okay, now we're good. We can get up to the 250 mile an hour mark, okay? That's all I need from you now. I've survived the scary bit. Now we can just have the nice straight downhill section, please. Please, Ferrari, be nice. I can't even look at... I daren't look at the speed and take my eyes off the road. What are we at? 240. Come on, car. You can do it. We're not going to... We might get to the 248. No, stop coming across lanes, you silly Volkswagen. 247. Ooh, that's a bump. 240. It may have got 248. I don't know. I was too busy trying to drive the damn car. That's quite a scary one at high speeds. It doesn't like bumps at all. Certainly not at high speed. It dealt with the course relatively well. It really did not like those bumps on the motorway. I mean, to be fair, hitting bumps at sort of 180 is kind of quite a lot different to hitting bumps at sort of 80. So, yeah, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. That's a terrifying car to go on a speed run with. It would be a nice vehicle with some more rear end grip, I have to say. It does handle quite well until you start spinning the rear wheels up. But that's kind of to do with a lot of power and kind of skinny tyres. Bigger tyres on this car, I reckon it'll be very, very quick. But as it is, it's quite difficult to drive, quite twitchy and utterly terrifying. But it will do almost 250 miles an hour, so can't complain too much. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.